Okay, hello and welcome back to another chapter of the Springfield Chantry Chronicle for Vampire the Masquerade, with me, the Green Dragon, as DM and of course the team, Dracolor, Nietzsche and Bacon. So say hi guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Konnichiwa.
So,
What?
Sarath, a short recap in 3 or 4 sentences as to what happened last time, please, if you don't mind.
Who was even here last time? Each?
Yeah,
Think?
yeah,
Okay. Well, it's a bit fussy, but we were, heading back from the Elysium. We were ambushed by some old friends of ours. Well, of mine and, well, yeah, of ours, technically, because Joshua Brown was from another uh, thingy. Game. Another game, yeah. Then Karen died because the because Mads left the game. Technically, we could have saved her if she hadn't been burning to death in great agony. But that doesn't matter anymore. Right. Also, Ronson died, so uh, so Niche went ahead and had him resurrected as a vampire. So now we have a Bronson as a vampire, which will make things even worse for us somehow.
Oh, you will
And we're
need to be
probably
more.
going to be yes.
You'll need to be a lot more specific about Bronson being a
I
vampire,
know,
making
but I'm
things
not actually
worse.
making I'm not actually making a assumption or whatever you want to call it. Prediction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just let me know when you are, because, you know, you go through willpower fast.
Yes, I know. I really should do some not be so.
Yeah,
I really shouldn't be spending as much willpower as I do. Well, but oh well. Also, I see that you moved Joshua from the car into the safe. Right. I see.
yeah.
Safe. Yeah, Chris. Yeah. Apparently, I don't know your name still. It's weird. Anyway, was there anything I missed?
Well, there was the major masquerade breach, what with the cub getting away and the mages knowing where your chantry is now. That is probably a bad thing.
No, that didn't happen at all, you know.
That was
Totally.
all your fault too.
No, that
I'm
wasn't
blaming
certainly
you.
wasn't my fault.
All yours.
Nope. Totally not.
A lady throws a fireball at your face and says, "I have no problem with you. You can just leave." And you go, "Screw that!" And you try to grapple her.
What? Well, grappling her probably wasn't the greatest idea since I have no skill at all there.
Okay,
Yes, I did, screaming.
so,
Bacon.
We're really going to be on your case today, but it'll be okay. You just made the
I
game more interesting.
uh, so,
and
uh,
I
Bacon.
made it more fun, like in Dwarf Fortress fun.
Yeah,
I said interesting. I don't know how much fun it's going to be.
Bacon. So, I need you to take down a point of blood since a night passed last session when you weren't here. And is there anything you wanted to do with your ghoul? I assume you wanted to feed him another point of blood on this night in order to bring him along to the second step of the blood bond.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 2 blood you're down from what you were at, and you might want to make a hunting roll to keep yourself full, because next night you are going out on the Nosferatu mission, I assume.
Yeah. Doesn't like we are choice in the matter anyway.
Yeah, you probably don't.
But we should first go report to the sheriff, and especially the prince, since he'll probably want to know that there's some
Yeah,
chantry of mages in town.
we'll first handle the stuff. Yeah, you find a guy, so how much do you take? 2? 3? 10?
Sorry, I bumped the mic there.
I will take you.
Okay. That's perfectly fine. I assume that's just an ordinary seduction roll, right?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. So, that brings us to the night where we were, where the ambush happened. I assume we can say that Raffaello has been out talking with Tony and discussing the fight that happened with Giovanni and what the fuck, and violating a truce and shooting, and really, Raffaello, and why the fuck was the guy I sent you seen with the cops, and just generally smoothing things over, making sure that Tony doesn't want your ass. So, you can place yourselves in wherever you generally meet when you discuss things. I assume it might be the library, or alternatively the common room, around the table.
Probably the library.
Yeah, and you now have learned that it seems there was, after all, what are these drawings? Remove these at once!
I can't move my token, it just does that.
That's because you have the draw tool selected, right? You see the little
Oh, I'll
sidebar
see.
on, yeah.
Oh, well, I'm stupid.
Yeah, I'm just gonna clear those. There you go. So, you have just finished talking with the Lord. Raffaello has returned from smoothing things over with some of Tony's people, and you know the criminal underground. And I assume that Sarat has called you in here to inform you of just how bad things have suddenly become.
Yeah, probably.
Also, Raffaello, Bronson appears to be a vampire now.
So, while you were over smoothing this over with the mafia, Raffaello, I and Malek were ambushed by some Sabbat, and including there a Sabbat and Tribu. No, Sabbat and Tribu. No, it would be a Tremere and Tribu. Who then, who we now, which is why we have a vampire staked in the basement, and while I was hunting, there was I came across a mage who has now stolen our. After me bringing her here to try and ghoul her, she apparently escaped somehow by using magic, even though she really shouldn't have been able to. I'm saying that out of in-character knowledge, not in-game knowledge. Out of character knowledge, by the way. Because I kind of removed all those trappings that she had on her that were giving her
Vampire
magic.
blood acts as rocket fuel for mage's magic.
I didn't think of that, apparently. Anyway, and apparently she woke up, escaped, and took the policeman that was also bound, that for some reason you decided to bring here.
So you each have a fuck up on your list as far as big ones go now.
Essentially, yes. So, and apparently there's a mage Chantry in town because she alarmed. So when I was trying to subdue her, she apparently warned the other mages of our existence, and now knows the location of the Chantry, as well as that the cop also knows the location of the Chantry. and our true nature. So I have a feeling we really should report this to the sheriff.
In other news, Bronson is now a vampire. He fought valiantly in a fight with the Sabbat, with the Tremere anti-tribu, and we got permission from the prince himself to sire a new vampire, since Karen is no longer with us.
This is the first you hear of Karen being dead, Raffaello. How do you react to this news?
So Karen is dead?
Yeah.
Yes. Unfortunately, she went down first. We were ambushed, and her motorcycle was toppled, and she was burned to death. Consequently, by the Tremere anti-tribu that is in the basement, in the safe right now.
That is a bad thing, and Bronson became a vampire.
Yes, me and Seraph both are quite proud of his performance, aren't we, Seraph?
He
Yes,
pulls out a cigar
very proud.
from under the table, where apparently it's been taped, possibly by Romina, and lights it up.
What was that, did you say?
Bronson pulls out a cigar from under the table and lights it up.
I roll my eyes.
Bronson
Well,
rolls courage.
congratulations, Bronson.
So, what did you say, Bacon?
I said congratulations, Bronson.
He just grins at you and nods, blows out some smoke.
So I suppose we need to report to the sheriff, and also I need to inform everyone that I believe Chloe is a little ticked off, so we should approach with care when she is around, because she might be upset.
Should approach with care.
Obviously, but, if you run into her anywhere and she's being a little pouty, just, pay no mind. Don't.
She is your ghoul. It is your job to take care of her, not mine.
At this, Bronson speaks up, actually. Hey, Sarah, listen, she's a human being. You can't. Just don't.
I look very angrily at Bronson.
He seems to think he has the right to speak at this table now. What with him being a vampire?
Unless your sire allows you to speak as of yet, since you have not been yet officially introduced into vampiric society, you should remain silent.
He clenches his jaw. He seems to think he could take you. But he's not gonna push it.
Calm down to both of you. Bronson, he does have a point. Until you've really proven yourself, you need to take care as to the way you actually behave, because it reflects upon me. But Seraph, he does have a point.
Yeah, I heard Sarath.
Seraph.
It's just accent. Don't worry about the Jackalour. It's...
Yes, I know. It's like more as a joke. I'm not actually being serious.
So, which of you is gonna call the sheriff?
Make that me.
Yes, he's the one who made this mess.
You are also somewhat included in this.
Raffaello's the one who got us the cop here.
Bronson seems to be dialing his cell phone as he's walking out the door.
You should probably check on what Bronson is doing.
Okay.
So you rush to
Bronson.
follow him?
Bronson. Yes, I did. Who are you talking to on the phone?
He hangs up. Well, the woman you know, the hospital, you know.
The hospital.
Remember
No, I
that
don't
he
know.
drained a woman pretty badly last time when you hunted, and he called the ambulance on her.
Oh, yeah. Bronson. Take no mind of that, okay? Listen, she's okay. She's being cared for. You did good. You might not have did perfectly, but no one does on their first hunt. Come now. We all must be present for the meeting with the sheriff.
Well, you're not meeting him, you're just calling him.
Well, calling his call meeting
Do we
or
even
call
have his
conference.
number?
You
Suppose we
certainly
do.
have the secretary's number, and she essentially handles a lot of the low-level meetings with the Prince's system of government, essentially, right? She's like the person you talk to if you want to interact with the governing body. Most of the time. I don't know. Would
Well,
you...
I'm going to call the secretary then.
Okay. So she picks up. Yes. Who
I
is
have
it?
a matter for the sheriff.
Well, I'm gonna need a little bit more than that before I interrupt him. There is an operation
There
going
seems to
on.
be a chantry of mages in town.
That is hardly unusual, I believe. My sire has
And they
spent...
seem to, and they know our location, the location of our chantry.
Bronson, get over here.
So you're making this a conference call then?
He needs to hear it.
Oh, you're
Yes.
asking him.
I mean, is it on speaker essentially? The phone, I mean, or are you?
I thought it was. That's why I asked him to come over here.
Yeah, okay. I mean, if that's okay with Sarat, it's on speaker then.
Right.
Sure. It's not like I'm trying to hide shit from you people.
Or so you think. I mean, you don't know
Wait,
what
I am trying to hide shit from them?
you don't know what each of you have been doing in between sessions in the little hours here and there, sending me messages, plotting. But yeah, back to the conversation. So
Mm-hmm.
there is just silence from the other end of the phone. Just a sigh. Okay, I have no idea how to handle this. There hasn't been a conflict with mages from what I've heard of it, and the prince only mentioned it in passing, for some 10 years now, and I suppose this is a rare enough occurrence that I can patch you through to the sheriff. Hold on. You're put on hold. You get 5 minutes of elevator music. Bronson
Okay.
is tapping his foot impatiently while this is going on. And then, finally, the sheriff actually picks up. you have a report to make about mages, I believe.
Yes. Well, I was hunting this night. I ran into one of them, who then attacked me. And I consequently subdued her and brought her to the Chantry for examination and ghouling. And apparently, she escaped together with another one of our captives, a policeman
You
who
idiots!
had.
The You are new in town, so I suppose you would know that the prince has made it his policy for the last century to stay the fuck away from mages. And meeting a mage while you were hunting, I trust she did not blast you while you were feeding in an alley. Did she?
No, not exactly.
Was it in fact possible that you tried to hunt her and she defended herself? At least that's how the mages will see it. And then you tried to corrupt her and imprison her, which the mages will see as practically a declaration of war. And you know, I have my doubts about them being able to differentiate between Tremere idiots and other vampires.
Well, there is the part where I used magic, of course, and the fact that that she was brought to a Chantry.
Maybe we need to mention the police officer too.
Oh,
Yes,
he did.
and yeah, I mentioned the police officer, and since we will not be present at the Chantry for this entire night.
Well, for the next night.
Well, for the next night, I would like you to, due to our mission for the Prince and the Nosferatu, I would like you to be very happy if you could post someone as a watch outside to see if anyone one of the mages approach and attempt to attack us.
God damn it, Serath. The prince seems to like you. I don't know why, but he seems to like you. Hell, he seems to like all of you idiots. But I will be keeping a very close eye on you. And I'll make sure you don't harm the city as far as my position allows. I will put someone in your chantry, and hopefully that someone will be able to talk with the mages and ensure that there is not a major incident over this, or at the very least that it's only you who pay. And frankly, if I need to hand them your heads on a platter to avoid a all-out war with mages, I will, because this mess should never have happened. From what I'm hearing, it seems like you provoked something that could well turn into a war. He hangs up.
I want to
I
say
was
my
just about to
apologies.
mention the matter of the policeman, but
Thank you. There, we've stepped in it.
Well, you know.
Can we call back?
And
Can we call
technically,
back?
wouldn't you have been interested in the fact that the policeman also escaped? Like, seriously, are you sure that you want him to hang up right now?
Oh, he noticed about the police officer.
Okay.
He knows about the police officer?
I mean, Sarah
Yeah, because I
mentioned
told
it.
him, but yeah.
Okay.
Apparently it wasn't such a big deal, as we thought it would be.
No, he's more
Yeah.
concerned about the mages coming.
I mean, that's like going into a lupine's den and slaughtering like a dozen kids, right? Well, maybe not a dozen, but a few at least. That's the kind of shit that starts serious repercussions. You beat and kidnapped the mage in her own home. Like,
You
seriously,
kind of went and threw me against the wall.
after you tried to bite her.
There's no excuse here.
Wasn't it like she had a big, huge sign on her face saying "Mage"?
Well, after she threw you against the wall, you could have just left.
She
She
did
told
kind of
you.
provoke me by doing that.
By preventing you from biting her, she provoked you. Okay. If that's what you want to believe.
Whatever.
And I'm the
Shall we go
monster.
on to the
I'm the
was
monster
there anything
here.
else you wanted? Is there anything else you wanted to handle?
Do we have enough time to find a safe house? Because for some reason I feel like they're gonna come tomorrow to get us.
Um, Probably not. You have maybe an hour and a half before dawn.
Okay.
You could
Alright.
maybe squeeze in a hunt if you wanted to hunt again tonight. But, yeah.
Let's just I'd like to do one hunt.
I too.
You will have
Also,
to...
what are? Could you tell me the exact positives and negatives from the mage blood I consumed?
You know... Sure. I was intending to be generous, but there should be some sort of a side effect to this.
You did kind of tell me earlier about it.
How much blood do you have in your system? You have, say, 9. Okay. You spend 7 blood points, but you are able to immediately heal your aggravated point of damage. We'll go with that, as strange interactions take place. This is incidentally
I
non-optional.
got it too. I'm going to be hunting. Oh my god.
Yeah, you will be. And this is non-optional. This is happening.
I know.
But you're not hurt anymore. At least. Or, damaged. So yeah.
It's something.
Well, that's not good.
Nope.
Well, it's better than a botch.
You are in fact forced to return empty-handed this time.
Yeah, I feel like I got slapped in the face.
You know...
Hey. Yeah, I'm taking 3 blood.
Okay, and while you are all busy hunting, Bronson will sneak out and do the same. And, well, Bronson is gonna be at full -1 next night. Actually, no. He's not. He's gonna take 1 from each because he's gonna be very cautious now.
Well, that's an infection right there.
Yes it is. Yes it is. Let me just add that to your fuck-up counter.
It is starting to increase very rapidly now.
You know, that's why it's there, so that all the little things so that I can see how all the little things add up over time, right?
I guess.
So, Bacon. Do you want to do anything with the hour and a half that you have left in the night?
I think no. No, nothing.
Okay. So you all go to sleep and start waking up the next night. Bronson and Bacon are the first to wake up by 15 minutes. 15 minutes later, Sarath crawls out of bed, and 15 minutes after that, it's Malik. So, Bronson is just on the phone, unless Raffaello interrupts him when Malik comes downstairs, and he guiltily hangs it up and puts it away.
Bronson, do you not feel like it's very, very suspicious that somebody comes into the hospital with an injury that is undefined and somebody continues to call and check up on them? Do you not believe that these phone calls can be traced?
Does he have anything in technology or computer? Yeah, he just hangs his head.
Bronson, my patience is growing thin over this subject. Is she alive?
Yes, she's alive.
She's alive. She's alive.
This is the first time I've actually gotten through to them. Okay? I didn't know which hospital she ended up in.
Well, as long as you don't call again, maybe there will be no suspicions raised. But right now, we cannot afford any more fuck-ups. So
Alright.
please, leave it be.
Make a frenzy check, actually. Serath. I totally forgot.
Oh.
Gosh.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah,
That thing. What's the frenzy check? Self-control?
Yeah, self-control. Think it was...
Yay, 1 success.
So what are we doing this for?
Roll again.
Hunting while hungry.
Yeah, roll again. Only the first two of those would have hunted, because apparently the
Oops.
amount of blood you have affects it, but you know, I'm happy with that. That's okay, you managed to draw back and walk away, though it is pretty hard. So it's now the next night. Kindly take your blood pools down by 1. I have done so for Bronson. Which means you may well be hungry again, Serath.
Yes, that is indeed the case.
That might not be a good thing.
You know, I wonder why. Can possibly have anything to do with anything.
Okay, so you have probably a few moments before people start showing up.
How long moments do you mean?
Like, well, no one's here yet. You don't know when Clifford wakes up and or what his humanity is. He might be on his way here right now. He could be here in 5 minutes. He could be here in an hour and a half, really. You might have time to hunt.
Let's hunt.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Let's hunt. I'm hunting.
Okay. Bacon, are you hunting? Okay, so that's 1 success there. So you find a guy, or a gal, as the case may be.
I'm gonna take 3 blood points from them.
You dick. Okay, it's not a botch. But
Just a failure.
Okay, Bronson comes back in, his shirt and face soaked with what appears to be some alcoholic drink. Apparently flexing his muscles didn't work this well, this time.
Happens to the best of us, Bronson.
And please make a detection roll, Malik, as you walk back in. Okay, that's 1 success.
I see him, right?
I think so. I don't know what happens on a tie, but sure. He seems to be sitting behind a table, once again, smoking.
Ah, Clifford, my friend. I believe we're, all set.
Were you gonna go out and hunt, Serath?
No, I already said I wouldn't be.
Alright. Okay, so the rest of you, as your attention is drawn to him, notice that this ugly ass fucker has been sitting there the whole time. You may be somewhat surprised. Bronson takes a step back with an "oh shit." How do the
But I
rest...
knew it was going to happen. I knew it.
He has probably been watching you, Raffaello, the whole time while you were waiting for him. How do you react? Yeah, I know. Are you having a lot of noise on your end? Can you not talk? Because you know it was sort of fine when you did previously. Okay. I mean, it's fine, you can... You know, as long as you're not talking over anyone, it's fine. Just speak up, it's easier that way. So how would Raffaello react to this creepy-ass ugly fucker just watching you? Smoking one of your cigars.
Is it really his cigar?
Yeah, he seems to
All
have...
all cigars are his.
Where did you
Suggestion:
get that?
don't go and take it from him.
Where did you got that cigar, sir?
God.
Oh, it was just here in the table. Right here in this drawer, in fact. Looks like someone had hidden it. I don't know, I'm half tempted to force you to make a frenzy check at this point, since you have short fuse.
I believe we can chalk that up to Romina and her bullying.
Okay, at this point, Chloe walks in humming, sees Clifford, and just screams in fear and runs for the stairs, seeing that ugly, ugly mug.
I sigh deeply.
She's run downstairs to hide, and stumbles across the corpse and falls on her
You should,
face.
you should go and check up on her, Malik.
She's just lying on top of Joshua right now, hyperventilating in panic.
I go over and I pick her up, or help her up.
Okay. She's just whimpering now, as she stumbles out of the room. Did you kill it?
No, he is fine.
What do you mean, fine?
Fine.
Oh, only now do I realize she was talking about Clifford.
She
No.
goes upstairs.
Oh my. I always make a mess with her.
She hands Bronson one of the heavy pistols and whispers to him very loudly, kill it now!
I would
Chloe,
suggest against doing that, Chloe.
this is Clifford. Clifford is of the clan Nosferatu. And despite his appearance, Clifford is a pretty righteous dude. So, if you don't mind, could you please go upstairs and we will handle this situation. There is no need to worry.
Clifford actually speaks up at this and goes, why don't you go upstairs and sleep off that booze? You'll feel better in the morning.
My God, that role.
And apparently he's nominated her, quite happily. I do hope you don't mind, but she was in the way. And we have work to do.
Well, I do prefer to handle her on my own without any interference from other kindred, but we are pressed for time, so let us go.
I trust you have all made sure you're in peak fighting condition. Well stocked
I'm gonna
on
buff
blood?
I'm gonna
Not
bloodbath
exactly.
I'm gonna bloodbath my stamina before we leave.
Well, you're not gonna necessarily head immediately into combat.
Okay. I'll wait then.
We can
Due
wait.
to some altercations, I haven't been able to I haven't been able to refill my blood, refill myself blood.
Okay. At this, he is actually gonna howl. And we'll see
Did
how
he?
well he does this. Okay. As you go outside, 2 street mutts are there. You can take 2 blood points from each.
Yay!
Apparently Nosferatu have some useful abilities.
I think a lot of their abilities are pretty useful.
Yeah, they have a pretty good set, in their own way. We can spare an hour or 2 if you need to hunt. Certainly I can't summon enough dogs to fully fuel up 4 or 5 vampires. And
Perhaps I could do one more hunt.
Yeah, I could definitely use a hunt.
if
Yeah,
you know anyone else who you might wish to bring along, provided they can be trusted, it might be a good idea to secure their cooperation.
yeah, I take 3 blood points, and then I will go ahead. Yes.
Okay,
Yay! No thing.
so Serath is gonna be hunting. What about you, Raphael, or you, Mel? Do you want to recruit another red shirt on top of Bronson?
Yeah, I would like to. I personally would like it if you went ahead and got the La Sombra.
Or you can hunt again. It's entirely up to you.
Well, I was just gonna hunt.
Yeah. So go ahead and fuel up.
Does
You'll find
does Raffaello have a lot of blood?
he's 2 or 3 below maximum, I think. Well, actually,
I have
Raffaello,
11. Yes.
did you, we're on a new night now. Did you take a blood point off for waking up this night?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And there is your ghoul. You could finish bloodbinding him tonight.
Well,
Probably a good idea. Doesn't just run off somewhere.
I will need the blood, so I will do next night.
Well, you could always take 2 points from him. At this point, he's not gonna resist once he's, fully bloodbound. He's essentially your bitch at that point.
Yeah, I can do that.
Are you gonna bring Dominic along? There could be traps of technological nature.
Where exactly are we going?
To the sewers.
To the sewers.
I probably should have all technological traps handled, so I don't think we'll be needing him.
He's actually
Yeah,
a
he
lot
can
better
stay
than
at home.
you at that, Serath, I think. Well, not by a lot, but somewhat. But okay, he stays
Probably
at
has like 3 points of technology.
something like that. More on computer.
Does he? That's a lot of computers.
Yeah, he's a
Good then.
I
specialist.
will have to leave for a while. I will launch now, okay?
Right now?
Yes.
For how long?
Half an hour, maybe?
Okay, so... Okay, so we can handle Serath and Malik recruiting the La Sombra, and take a short break, and when we're actually heading into the sewers, we should be, you should be back by then.
Okay, thanks.
Sure, no problem. So, do you want to go ahead and handle looking up the La Sombra now and then take the break, or
Yeah, I'll go get to La Sombra.
Yeah, I think that works out better.
Saraf does not need to be present, I don't believe.
Yeah, I will be present.
Oh, you turd.
Okay, so where do you go looking for her?
Probably in the first go to the. We'll probably go into Elysiums, but first I think should we first go to the Bruja or the.
I'd say the Toreador. I see her there
Yeah,
a lot.
you could always go there.
The Malkavians are at the Bruja
That's
Elysium
probably
a
why
lot.
she isn't there that often.
She's actually been there a lot. I mean, she was at the Smash-a-thon when Bronson was turned. But sure,
Yeah, it seems like she's there for events, though.
yeah. She doesn't appear to be in right at this moment.
Alright, let's check the Bruja.
You're not gonna ask anyone
Yeah,
where she is? Just gonna rush around?
no, it's probably
Well,
a better idea to
let's
just
ask.
ask someone if she's around. You should probably move Raphael away from the table.
What was her name again? I forgot her name.
You're
And
gonna
Chloe shouldn't be here.
you're gonna make her die for you and you don't even know her name. Oh,
She's not important.
that's epic. That's epic. What are you rolling now?
Gianna Rice was her name.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up to this lady
Did
here.
who has she been around a lot? Like when we were here. Have you noticed who she was around a lot?
The Bruja Primogen knew how to contact her. He mentioned it in the first session.
Oh,
He was gonna be able to put you in contact with her if you know, essentially did some
yeah.
minor favor for him at some point.
Well, we could first ask like someone around here, like this, like our partner, who's right next to us.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and ask her then.
I was wondering, have you seen do you know where the Sombra that likes to frequent the Sombra anti-tribu that likes to frequent the Elysiums is?
What, you mean the
Gianna Rice.
oh, you mean the one that that Kennedy is turning into a crazy little lunatic? That Gianna.
Right now?
Well, you haven't seen a lot of the episodes. The big events, they stay away from her, but oh, Kennedy likes to fuck with her head. Just turning her brain to mush one step at a time. It's not pretty.
Is he? Probably not.
Oh
I
dear.
I like to stay away from that as much as I can.
So I'm
Look,
guessing she's not available.
well, I don't know.
Where is she?
The I don't associate with her. I don't know.
Do you know someone who does?
I don't know. She was at the Smash-a-thon. Maybe one of the Bruja knows. She seems to like that sort of stuff.
Well, thank you for the information.
Down to the Bruja.
Yay, we go to the Bruja. So we go to the Bruja Elysium.
Okay.
I never know how to say it. Is it Bruja or Bruja?
You know, depends on if you're in Mexico or America.
Okay.
Sorry, I deleted your token there, Malik, but you can just bring it back up.
I see that you deleted her token. That means she probably isn't here then.
You know, that's possibly a thing. This place seems pretty empty after the execution last night.
Huh, wonder why. Anyway.
He seems to be on his way out as you arrive.
Hello.
May I interrupt you?
I have 5 minutes, or else I'll be late for a gig. So speak
Okay.
quickly.
I was wondering if you could contact La Sombra Antitribu, Jana writes for us.
Well, you weren't interested the last time I offered. Has something
We-
changed, Neonate? He seems to be enjoying himself now that you've come crawling back to him.
Yes, actually. We have a need of her as a
We'd like to give her a
bodyguard,
second
so to
chance.
speak.
We'd like to give her a
That
second
too.
chance.
Well, that's certainly generous of you. And what will you do for me in return? She does try to keep her whereabouts quiet. The Malkavians, you know, they can read a person's location in their phone number sometimes. Strange, isn't it? What powers
Yes.
they have.
What would you like us to do in return?
Oh, you're not much use to me right now, but you might be sometime in the future.
Anything within reason, we are perfectly capable of doing.
Excellent. I will keep that in mind. He pulls out a phone and calls Gianna, and he just tells her to head to the Lyceum, that she has a meeting she really wants to attend. And he walks out.
Well, I will be the one to meet her at the door when she comes in.
Well, yeah, it's probably a good idea.
You should hang back since you're a turd.
Yeah, no, I'm not hanging back.
Okay. She walks in and stops just inside the gate.
Hello, Jenna.
Come with me. We have a deal to discuss. No, we don't need you.
Borat actually
We don't need you.
Borat reappears
Huh?
from Obfuscate, patting Gianna on the back. When she jumps, he looks her in the eye and says, "Hello," and walks off. Apparently, they
Oh,
are
dear.
in fact fucking with her when they can.
Uh, anyway, as I was going to say, I would like you to come with us somewhere more private.
I believe the term is "go fuck yourself."
Jenna, wait a moment. We are giving you a second chance.
You have made your feelings about me very clear, and you suddenly changing your minds all of a sudden. Well, I haven't survived this long against these crazy lunatics by being careless or stupid.
Oh, well, I've
This
been quite
smells like
cordial to you.
This smells like a setup to me.
No,
Talk
no,
to the
this
We
is...
cat.
haven't even allowed us to explain ourselves. There might be something very good for you in this if you're willing to listen at least.
You know, one of the Ventru used a very similar line on me, and I'm still
We are
screwed.
willing to offer you protection from the Arcadians.
She seems to pause at this. Go on.
As it happens, there are people who I would rather not know of our deal, mainly due to I look over at in Bora's direction. They seem very
Listen,
keen on
Serath,
growing your nation.
protection is not something you can do quietly. Either you let everyone know that they can't fuck with me and that you will protect me, or it's useless.
We can do that. We will help smooth things over with the Malkavians. We will make sure you're okay.
I assume that this isn't free.
Absolutely not. No. But it is a second chance, and we're not willing to give them that often. We would like you to help us in a mission.
Well, it should be a scouting mission for it's a scouting mission for the prince, checking out the Nosferatu warrens, since there have been reports of skirmishes with the Sabbath there.
Oh, you mean those Nosferatu warrens which are now deep in Sabbat territory? You mean those warrens?
Yes.
It didn't say it was going to be easy, but it's the best shot you have.
Oh yes, just a few skirmishes, nothing serious. Especially since the Sabbat no doubt want to destroy a Camarilla clan's presence in the city if they can manage it. For the morale, if nothing else. Oh yes, there is nothing to worry about. I'm sure I'll be perfectly safe. Her voice is just dripping with sarcasm at this point.
You'd rather take your chances with surviving another few weeks with the Malkavians?
How long is your mind going to last while they're trying to turn it into mush?
And she laughs nervously at this. You know,
Honest, do you really believe that you have survived this long simply because of your own craftiness?
They're toying with
They
you.
probably already know where you live. They simply they simply like to play cat and mouse.
If they wanted you dead, you'd be dead. And that's probably what they want later. But right now, they're just having some fun. What are they going to do when they stop having fun? What are they going to do when they grow bored?
she swallows nervously, but she doesn't say anything.
The choice is up to
You know, they have some. I have heard some quite terrible things about the Malkavian abilities.
Why don't
Their
you,
way of
Serath, cut the bullshit and tell me just how dangerous this mission really is and just what it involves?
1 out of 10, I'd say a 7.
there have been the remaining Nosferatu that somehow successfully survived the Tremere and the Sabbat have lost contact. Have recently lost contact with the main group of Nosferatu, and we are to be sent there. We are together with a few other vampires are to be sent there to check out what is going on there.
You'll remember, actually, that the mission involves also destroying the pack that is hunting the Nosferatu, if at all possible.
If we find that is.
Indeed.
The sewers are quite large, aren't they?
You also have a guide that has maps.
Yeah, there's that too. As you guessed, they will probably be fighting with the Sabbat, who probably are trying to create their own presence there. But it shouldn't be anything all too dangerous.
7 or 8 vampires, a horde of Schlachta.
That's what they probably were a bit confused at the time when they were getting destroyed. Numbers might have been mixed up a little.
You know, you should have asked Clifford where the reports were from and how accurate that information was. He might have been able to tell
Probably.
you.
So are you going to actually come with us, or are you going to stay here and until the Malkavians drive you mad?
She actually uses the shadow play ability on you right there in the middle of Elysium and wraps you in the clinging shadows, just choking them around your throat, and steps up, trying to be very intimidating while doing so. if you
Do I even
betray...
have to roll courage for this?
No. But, yeah. If you fuck with me, if you betray me, if you set me up, I will destroy you if it's the last thing you do. I'm gonna come along with this. But if this is a setup, and it looks like it might be, you are going to very much regret it before I die. And she dismisses the shadows and walks to the car.
That went over well.
Could have gone worse.
I'll open the door for her.
Keep in mind that the car is still badly dinged up from your little escapade with the Malkavian ghoul, and it is more noticeable because of this.
Nah, well, we'll get it fixed.
What happened with the Malkavian? I didn't think someone you described it properly.
I didn't think it was a bit of a no. I don't think we hit a car. Oh yeah, we did. Oh yeah, it was a Malkavian in the club. She was a ghoul, and she said she was going to drive us someplace, and then
Yeah, you are going to the place where they process the blood that they gather.
yeah, and then when we got behind the wheel, that's when we find out, oh, she can't drive, and she just hits another car.
Well,
Oh my
actually,
god.
that was funny, cause she was driving pretty decently. Right,
That's
but
weird. I don't even think that's going to be a problem, like the car being dinged up and everything, because we kind of smoothed that over pretty well.
yeah, but like I said, the car is still damaged, and police might take an interest as to why it isn't repaired.
Okay.
How much would it be to get it repaired anyway?
Like $500, I think. It's not that bad, or not that
Yeah,
costly. It's
so
just
I'll
visible.
probably get it done after this.
All right.
Keep in
Well, I
mind
open
that
the door
it
and
also
help her
makes
into the
you
car.
look crappier at Elysium, because you know you're
I know,
driving in a
right?
damaged.
This is what. Anyway, so now we head back, or wherever we were supposed to go now.
Well, you could head back to the Chantry, I suppose.
Probably the place. Not like he said, told us where to go.
Yeah, Bronson seems to be giving one of the heavy revolvers to Clifford and showing him exactly how the gun works compared to the crappy gun he had previously.
Yeah, I personally don't mind. I don't mind at all. Him giving him better armaments because seriously, we need all the firepower we can get. I'm going to ask Jana how she is with guns.
How is she with guns? She's actually gonna say, I prefer my sword. It's surprising how much damage you can do with a blade, even though it may be archaic.
Indeed. Then I'm going to ask you. Actually, Bacon hasn't returned, has he?
Yeah, he hasn't.
Okay. Well, till Bacon comes back, I will be asking. Kind of ask him about it.
Yeah, I think we might take a break here and then continue with the actual sewers in, like a few minutes, and we can just, do whatever. So I'm gonna stop the recording for the first part here and,